Video, I'm going to be trying out a nail art experiment. So I've been wanting to see if I can rinse out an old nail polish bottle and put cuticle oil into it as a way to use up an old nail polish bottle. So this is just the random oil that I'm using. I also have one of these Zoya Z wide brushes to replace the bottle. So the first thing I'm going to do is start off by putting some nail polish remover into the bottle. I did go ahead and make sure I got everything out of the bottle into the new bottle of this I have. And obviously you don't want to save the brush when you do this, but I'm just going to go ahead and drop a few drops of this. I did try to do this one time in the past and I accidentally put too much in, so I would only recommend doing a small amount of nail polish remover. And then I put the cap of the nail polish bottle back on and I secured it very, very tight, and then I shook it up, and I did this about 3 or 4 times off camera, and I just dumped it out in the trash can every time, and I got it to the point where it looked like this. So because you want to make sure that you have no chemicals from the nail polish remover into the bottle because of the nail cuticle oil, I did go ahead and add some soapy water, and I swished this around for a little bit, and I actually had this sit and let it sit for about, I think it was like an hour and a half, just to make sure that there was no chemical residue and that everything was nice and clean. And then I did clean off the top of the bottle and throw away the old polish brush. So I did go ahead and let the bottle, after it was completely rinsed out, I did let this sit overnight to dry. I wanted to wait for a few hours, but then I decided just to wait overnight. And when I woke up, it was really, really dry. So I'm going to go ahead and just pour the cuticle oil into the bottle. And I was a little bit concerned that this was going to go all over the paper towel, which is why I had the paper towel down. And I was actually pleasantly surprised when I saw that it didn't. And I even touched the bottle to make sure there was no oil all over it. I would probably try to do this with a dropper, but it was actually surprisingly easy. Like I said, I thought this was going to go everywhere, but it didn't. I didn't use up the entire bottle, but I got most of it in, and then I put the brush in. And then I only had a little bit left, so I can just squeeze that with my hand cream. And then I decided that I wanted to try it out just to see if it worked. And this is actually a really fun experiment to do. Now, I've only obviously tried this with Zoya so far. I don't know if you could do this with Essie polishes or Sally Hansen, and that's because I don't know if you can get like extra Sally Hansen nail polish brushes or extra Essie brushes. I do not know that. So because I had all these Zoya Z wide brushes left over, I figured why not go ahead and try to use that. And I'm really, really happy with how this experiment turned out. I did put the cuticle oil on as well, and I think it's really, really fun. Great way to use up some extra bottles. I would just recommend making sure that you really, really wash out all the nail polish that's in there, and make sure you really rinse the bottle out afterwards so that there's no, like I said, no chemical residue of the remover. And that's it.